I guess, and I remember it well, when I was still teaching in school, the big thing you go back to is what were your examination results like. And nationally, at GCSE, across subjects, we know that there was a drop in A stars to C, slightly by 1% to 61% overall. But the gap of 54% boys to 72% of girls widened to 18%. That's worrying. At A level, there was a similar 1% drop in A stars to B to 42%, but that equals 10% below the A star to B pass rate for other subjects, which again is a little bit worrying. What about the D&T entry? Well, sorry to carry on with worries, but this is a major issue for us as a community, I think. This year we were pleased because the drop was only 3% in terms of the overall number of entries for GCSEs. But let's remember that was building on a drop of 9% in 2013, 5% in 2012 and 12% in 2011. So now, this year, we can say that D&T was studied by less than a whole third, less than 1/3 of the cohort. So why is that? Because D&T is, like we like to think, the most popular subject on the curriculum, isn't it? Well, I think there are a number of reasons, many of which I think are out of the control of teachers in schools and the community. They come from the top. For instance, we know that the EBAC effect has definitely had an impact on the number of students entering or being entered. We know that Progress 8, the new measure that will come in to measure schools' performance, new league table measure, that is also impacting on D&T being offered as a credible alternative, which indeed it is, to other subjects at GCSE. So what else is there? Well, in some schools we're also aware that there's a teacher shortage. There are not enough teachers to teach design and technology. D&T, as we know, is a very resource dependent subject, and as budgets in many schools have been cut and resources have not been modernised, it's become harder for you as teachers out there to attract the pupils to do D&T, because what you're offering them in some cases isn't what you want to be able to offering due to lack of resources. What's the experience we're offering Key Stage 3 students? Are we making it fun? Are we making it exciting? Is it the case that students are really voting with their feet, i.e. they're not electing to do D&T at GCSE and then being told, well, you can't, or you shouldn't, you should do an extra humanities or an additional science, for instance? I think the picture is really varied, but I do know that in some schools we're probably not offering what they want, and so they're not opting for it. The launch of the new National Curriculum Key Stage 3 programmes of study presents us with a real opportunity to revitalise design and technology and give young people what they want. When did we last ask our young people, our children, our pupils in schools, so what do you make of D&T? What would you like to be doing? What do we know that they actually enjoy doing? And one thing is they like making things. And making things is absolutely central to good design and technology. In fact, you can't design without making. The two go hand in hand. But we ought to be looking at how we can get pupils to make things well. So what I'm saying here is skills, teaching making skills, are also really, really important. They are just one aspect of design and technology, but as an association we're going to be saying a few things about this over the forthcoming months, that making quality products is important. And finally on this, I think, we need to ask ourselves, when we look at the experience we offer young people, are we giving them a variety? Are we giving them a variety of different tasks to do? Are we giving them a variety in the way they approach those tasks? For a long time now we've been talking about providing a mixed diet of experience of mainly making tasks, mainly designing tasks, obviously lots of designing and making tasks, but also some tasks that can be run concurrently as part of other wider projects or as homeworks or as little outtakes in lessons to do with looking at the effects of design and technology in society. But that variety of experience where they experience different things, not just a different material to go through a similar sort of process, that has to happen.